What's good, y'all? For those of you that have been following me for the past couple of weeks especially, and for those of you that have been following me even longer, you will notice that I've been in an extremely good mood. I've been in a good mood, just happy for no reason. I mean, this morning, at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm walking out of my hotel room, walking to the elevator, and as I'm walking down the hall, I just smile to myself and just start giggling. And I can't even lie, I even had to ask myself, yo, why are you so happy right now? Like, I'm not mad at it, but like, why are you so happy? And it's just one of those moments where I got the opportunity to appreciate that all of my hard work just seems like it's paying off right now. My spiritual work, my health work, my YouTube, it just feels like everything is just falling into place. And I know I've been saying that for the past couple of weeks, but I'm just enjoying watching the pieces, everything fall into its rightful position in my life. It just feels like and once again, I'm not recommending people do this, but this is just the vibe I'm on. It feels like I could walk off of this balcony right now and there will be something to catch me under my feet with each step that I take. I literally feel like I'm flying above the world of limitation right now. And that's just because I'm able to appreciate this moment, that it just feels like I hit a breakthrough. I've been grinding and grinding and grinding, working my way up, and now I hit that next plateau where it's like, I can coast now. And the thing is, I find a lot of people, don't get me wrong, the grind is very important. You do have to love the grind. You have to, because that's what motivates you to wake up each day and know how are you going to challenge yourself today? What's the next challenge that you can put up in front of yourself to see that you can do it? Because once you conquer that challenge, you're just going to ask, what's the next one? What's the next one? But I also value balance, where yes, the grind is important, but also reflecting on the fruits of your labor is also just as important. Yes, I get it. You don't want to be complacent. You always want to be in a steady state of growth. But when you're growing and working and working and working, it's kind of like working out. You love the burn of the weights, but at some point you got to put the weight down. Like if you're working doing curls, doing push-ups till your arms fall off. At some point you got to be like, okay, let me enjoy where I'm at right now. Let me take a break. Let me look at myself in the mirror. Let me flex real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving that analogy. For those of you that are working, like I turn my attention to those of you like building a business. You're grinding. You're doing all this networking. You're on LinkedIn like you're an IG model. You're a LinkedIn model. You know what I'm saying? Building connections, building your network and such like this. You're broadcasting your successes. We just grossed. Grossed $1 million for the first quarter ever, and you flexing. Cool. But yes, it's nice that you got all that money, but enjoy it. I have like people around me that I'm like, hey, but stop and smell the roses from time to time. Yes, the grind is important, but what's the point in making all this money? What's the point of being financially independent when you finally make it and you're too tired and worn down to actually enjoy it? So with me, I find myself giggling about my success because, sometimes even in my own journey to this very day, I ask myself, is it worth it? Is celibacy worth it? Is veganism worth it? Is semen retention worth it? And you get those little doubts from time to time, but then even myself, and pardon my French, but I gotta tell myself sometimes, stop being a bitch. You love the grind. You love the work. And every time you ask that question, good things start to roll in. So stop asking that dumbass question yourself and get to work. Or stop being so ungrateful for what you have. Look at what you've accomplished. Look how much you've grown. And then I sit back and I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. I'm in a whole different league with the semen retention thing, being able to control my sexual urges. I'm in a whole nother different league when, I have enough discipline to, yes, I do love eating healthy. I love the way it makes me feel. But then on the other side, I'm balanced enough that I'm like, you know what though? Let me live a young person life. Let me make some mistakes. Let me eat that cookie. Let me eat that donut. Now, once again, if that's not the way your journey is supposed to go, I'm saying apply this to your world. But in my world, it makes me feel good from time to time when I cheat, when I break the rules on certain things. Because it's like, nice little balance, nice diligence, but also that little rule breaker in me is also satisfied. I'm balanced on both sides. Now, once again, if you do your own thing. This is just me speaking from my perspective, just showing y'all some good vibes, showing y'all some good energy, but also just showing y'all how I do things. So maybe you apply it in your own world. I'm excited right now. I'm happy right now. All right, but anyway, it's like I just wanted to remind y'all that stop and smell the roses. Because for me personally, it's like I love the grind. For example, with video games, I love grindy video games where other people don't. You know, I love doing the same thing over and over because my mind likes to see what's a more efficient way to do this. How do I do better? How do I increase my mechanic in this skill, for example? That's what the grind does. So in the day-to-day life, it's like, how can I tweak my diet today? What is something I can do to make myself happy? What's a drastic change? What's a rule that I can break right now that gives me just as much happiness and just as much of an accomplishment? Because sometimes I find, like, when I cheat on my diet, for example, I realize that, like, after I cheat, I feel kind of gross, which makes my work which makes me appreciate all the work that I put in. Because wait, when I'm eating healthy, this is my healthy reminder to say, hey, now you see you had your little cheat, you got your little burst of dopamine, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. But you see, if you go too far with this, you're gonna feel how lackadaisical you feel. You're gonna feel your skin feeling itchy. You're gonna feel like your energy has been sapped from you because you're eating dead food. You're eating food with artificial flavors in it. You're eating foods with sugar in it. So you remember now. All right, so I'm glad you had your fun, but get back to it. You know, so love the grind, but love the rest. And by the rest, I mean like love the rest. Like, you know, you're grinding, but allow yourself to relax from time to time too. Even in your spiritual journey, yes, you can meditate every day. You can do your yoga. You can read your occult books and all that type of stuff. But then also just be like, you know what? Okay, cool, that's nice. But just because I didn't like read a certain book today doesn't mean I'm going to fall back into my old ways, unless that's how you are. Then hey, you know yourself better than I know you. I'm just giving things from my perspective. You know, it's like just have a day where you don't do any of that, and you just go see the world from this new perspective that you've been rising to. You know, a lot of us are working so hard that we don't see how much we're growing. We don't see the growth because we're waiting for some big moment. We're waiting for some big breakthrough. And sometimes you find the breakthroughs in your relaxation period. You know, for the semen retention thing, when I used to have my doubts about this, I realized how much more in control I am. For example, let me give y'all a quick little story. It's very unrelated. This isn't semen retention, but it is being able to, I don't like to compare myself, but for lack of a better word, compare myself to the man that's a slave to his body. My friend sent me a video of like some dude talking about if you fly a girl out, then that means that sex is 100% required. And in my head, I'm like, wait, why? And the guy was all triggered. He's bitching and complaining about how he flew out some girls and they weren't trying to give it up to him. Well, in my head, I'll say, well, why are you flying these girls out if you ain't got it like that? That means you're spending money that you ain't got trying to have sex with these random women to whom did not even 100% agree to this act. And then there's also the potential that maybe things have changed in their position from when they accepted being flying out to by the time their actual flight was. So maybe things changed. Why are you so pressed to get in a girl's pants? You ain't got nothing else better to do, my guy? But see, when I get to reflect back and I get to look at lower vibrational content that just comes to me, it allows me to compare myself to that. Be like, damn. I mean, technically, I was never like that. But I used to be able to be like, damn, yeah, that would make sense. But now I'm just like, why aren't you just working on yourself? Why are you allowing yourself to bitch and complain on TikTok about how a girl's not giving you sex? You ain't got nothing better to do with your life? And that makes me truly appreciate the work that I've been putting in my own world. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if let's just say hypothetically I were in that situation, I fly somebody out and they don't want to do nothing. Okay, cool. Did we have a good time with one another? If we didn't, I look at that as a lesson that maybe I need to be more careful of who I choose to spend my money on, spend my time with. That's how I look about it, and I go about my business. That shows the growth that I'm in. You know, it shows the growth when, like, I don't just see things at face value anymore when I'm doing my research, especially in like cryptocurrencies. You know, I see some crypto where like I invest in the bank coins. I invest in coins with utility. But then when it comes to like the meme coins, like the Doge coins and Shiba Inus and stuff like that, you see their value. It's more of a gamble, but you can make a quick profit. When it came to Dogecoin, the first point when Elon Musk like talked about it, I literally could have made $1 million off of that investment. But I moved my money about 4 or 5 months in advance before that moment. There's no way you can predict something like that. And I was beating myself up over that. But then even in that moment, I was just like, well, at least I make good decisions because I know what's coming. Sure, in the short term, it sucks. But then hindsight being 2020, I'm happy that I missed that opportunity because it showed me that I know where to put my money. When I trust my intuition, it always benefits me. So I can be proud about that. You know, I don't take L's, I don't take losses. I take lessons from things. And that just shows my growth, because the old me, if I would missed out on $1 million, I'd be crying in the corner for months. Oh no, I missed it. Oh no. But now it's just like, hey, you win some, you lose some. Keep it pushing. You know, it just wasn't my time just yet, because bigger and better things are coming for me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just feeling good. I woke up in a good mood, and I just wanted to record this video for y'all. Work hard, love the grind, but also love the relaxation. Find the balance in your life. You know, you don't have to work yourself into the grave. Sometimes you gotta be able to just sit back, relax, and reflect on where you are in life and how much further along you are now than you were yesterday, the day before, the week before, the month before, the year before, the decade before. Be able to just love yourself, and whenever you're not working on like your business or whatever, just reflect on, just say, where am I now? Be more in the present. Don't get too caught up in the past. Don't get too caught up in the future. Take some time to always just see it. Where am I at now? No plans for the future, no dwelling on the past. And just be like, I'm here now, and I'm happy that I'm in a constant state of growth. Till the next one, peace.